What is up, guys, and welcome back to another video, and today we have 10 of the greatest Marvel and DC couples. Let's get straight onto the list with number 10, Green Arrow and Black Canary. Oliver Queen and Dinah Lance met each other in the 60s, shortly before they joined the Justice League. As most fans know, this couple has a very complicated relationship. Each time Oliver and Dinah get together, they usually have a fight and break up. After being together for a very long time, she finally accepts his proposal and it became the biggest event in the DC universe. Sadly, Black Canary gave Green Arrow his ring back when he ended up in jail for the murder of Prometheus. Many fans were upset because Oliver and Dinah were separated in the New 52 universe. DC realized that they made a big mistake, so they decided to make Black Canary play a major role in Green Arrow Rebirth. These two superheroes have a really good relationship right now, and let's hope it stays that way. Number 9, Black Panther and Storm. Some people don't know that these two characters actually had a very important relationship. They were married in 2006, but sadly they never got their happily ever after. Their marriage lasted a bit over 6 years, and in real lifetime that is only 4 months. So why exactly did they have a divorce? Well, during the crossover event Avengers vs. X-Men, Black Panther and Storm find themselves on opposite ends of the conflict. Namor, the Atlantean king and member of the X-Men, decided to destroy Wakanda. Even though Storm tried to help Black Panther rebuild Wakanda, he was still very angry at her. Not only does he say that X-Men are now enemies of Wakanda, but he also announces that she is no longer his wife. They are still good friends, and Black Panther even says that Storm will always be in his heart. Since many fans loved this couple, they were very angry at Marvel for making them have a divorce. Number 8, Cyclops and Jean Grey. Almost everyone knows that Cyclops and Jean Grey is one of the most iconic couples in the X-Men universe. Some people may argue and say that Jean should be with Wolverine and Cyclops should be with Emma Frost, but there is no way anyone can deny the fact that Jean and Scott have an undying love for each other. One reason why fans love these two characters is because they have been through so much together. Scott would do whatever it takes to save her life and prevent her from transforming into the Dark Phoenix. Even when Jean destroyed an entire star system and was sentenced to death by Empress Lilandra in Uncanny X-Men number 137, Scott was still willing to risk the lives of his teammates so that she could live. If that isn't true love, then I don't know what is. Number 7, The Flash and Iris West. It's very difficult to imagine Barry Allen without the love of his life, Iris West. This iconic couple has been around in the comics since the 50s. Most people fell in love with the couple after watching the Flash TV show on the CW channel. You should expect Iris and Barry's relationship to play a major role in the Flash movie that will come out in 2018. The reason why many fans love this pairing so much is because they have a fun, loving, and very healthy relationship. In the comics, Iris never lets his secret identity as the Flash get in the way of them being together. They get married and have 2 children who are known as the Tornado Twins. Barry and Iris also have a grandson named Bart Allen, and he becomes the 4th Flash. Number 6, Luke Cage and Jessica Jones. This pairing may not have decades of history that classic couples like Superman and Lois or Spider-Man and Mary Jane do, but that doesn't mean that they don't have an important relationship. In the comics, Jessica and Luke met each other while they were superheroes. Later on, she quits the superhero life and sets up her own private detective agency. She maintains an on and off relationship with Luke until one day Jessica tells him that she's pregnant. They finally began to have a committed and very serious relationship. The couple gets married right after their daughter, Danielle, is born. Jessica and Luke try their best to balance their lives fighting crime while still taking care of Danielle. In the Netflix series, these two heroes have already begun building their bond. Number 5, Aquaman and Mera. Many fans were very happy after Aquaman proposed to Mera in Rebirth. What some people don't know is that Mera actually first met Aquaman with the intention of assassinating him, but couldn't do it because she had grown to love him. After being together for a very long time, they had a son and named him Arthur Curry Jr. 2 years after their son was born, he was kidnapped by Aquaman's nemesis, Black Manta. He put the 2-year-old inside of a translucent tank filled with poison, which caused the child to go in a coma. Mera tried her best to save his life by going on a long quest to find a special healing device, but when she returned home to Atlantis, she found out that she came back too late. Arthur Curry Jr. had died. This was a very difficult time for the couple, but their devotion to each other helped them get through it. Number 4, The Winter Soldier and Black Widow. It may be very hard to believe that these two characters dated in the comics because they don't really have that much interaction in the movies. Natasha's strongest relationship was actually with Bucky Barnes. When Natasha was very young, she accepted a deal to enter into the Soviet Union government's top secret Red Room facility, where she was trained as an assassin and spy for the KGB's Black Widow Ops program. One of her trainers just happened to be Bucky, who was working as a Soviet spy because he was brainwashed. In the Civil War comic book, it is revealed that the Winter Soldier and Black Widow had a relationship when they were training to be operatives. After Steve Rogers was assassinated, Natasha helped Bucky find himself and they dated again for quite a while. The reason why so many fans love them together is because they understand one another like no one else can. Number 3, Spider-Man and Mary Jane Watson. Peter Parker and Mary Jane obviously had a lot of ups and downs during the course of their relationship, but they are still considered one of the most iconic couples in the Marvel Universe. Even though Spidey has had many different love interests, his love for MJ is definitely the most special one. When Peter proposed to Mary Jane with a box of Cracker Jacks with a real diamond ring inside, she turned him down and said that she is too much of a free spirit to be tied down with marriage and settling down. Peter and MJ remained friends for a very long time until they finally admitted that they were in love with each other. MJ accepted Peter's second proposal and got married on the front steps of New York City Hall. Though their marriage was far from perfect and they ended up having a divorce, they never stopped loving each other. Number 2, Superman and Lois Lane. Not including this pairing on a list of best couples would be impossible. Everyone has heard about the beautiful love story between Clark Kent and Lois Lane. Their first story together involved a sequence in which Clark behaved in a cowardly fashion, leaving Lois to defend herself against an aggressive man, from whom Superman later saved her. Ever since then, Clark was seen as a shy man who had a crush on Lois while she was interested in his heroic alter ego Superman. Lois did warm up to Clark and they fell in love with each other after dating for a while. In Rebirth, Clark and Lois are happily married and have a son named Jonathan Kent. The couple also plays a very major role in the newer DC movies like Man of Steel and Batman vs Superman. Honorable mentions: Wally West and Linda Park, Midnighter and Apollo, Gambit and Rogue, and Mr. Fantastic and Invisible Woman. Now on to number 1, Batman and Catwoman. Batman has been with so many women, but none of them could ever come close to Catwoman. Though their relationship can be complicated at times, it's impossible to deny the fact that these two characters really do love each other. Whenever she needs help, he is always there for her despite the fact that she is a criminal. Since she is an anti-hero, Bruce is always caught between wanting to arrest her and wanting to kiss her. They became strongly romantically involved during the Batman Hush story arc, but sadly Bruce ended their relationship. In pre-crisis continuity, the Earth 2 versions of Batman and Catwoman were actually married in the 1950s and had a daughter named Helena Wade. It's hard to tell if these two characters will ever be in a relationship again because Bruce has a tough time letting people into his life while Selina has a difficult time admitting her true feelings for him. As always, thanks for watching the video guys. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more. Also, make sure to follow me on Twitter at Valenplana. Check out our other videos and I'll see you all later.